There are times when we encounter people who do such evil, hurtful things to us or to others that forgiving them feels impossible. Sometimes family members can be one of those people who will repeatedly put you down, belittle you, abuse you, and then make you feel sorry for them. How do you navigate a relationship that is toxic like this? How do you forgive an abuser, a narcissist, a bully, a manipulator, especially if they are a family member? Why am I even suggesting forgiving these people? Because we often feel obliged to forgive people for two reasons. One, for religious people, Jesus Christ asks us to forgive others if we want him to forgive us. And two, we often hear that forgiveness helps us to heal from our traumas, that forgiveness is for the benefit of the victim. Those 2 points are definitely ones that I believe to be true and strive to follow. However, when it comes to severe hurt, when it comes to repeat offenders, when it comes to your heart that is now broken and fragile, when it comes to your safety and your sanity, the first step is to take a deep breath and acknowledge to yourself that this behavior is not okay. Too many times we justify it, we brush it off, we even blame ourselves. But behavior that hurts you is not okay. I think that eventually it is great to work on the forgiving part, but initially the important part is for you to find peace, for you to find safety, and for you to work on your own healing, to boost your self-esteem and self-worth that has undoubtedly been squashed. Focus on you first. Strengthen yourself. Protect yourself. Once you have built yourself back up to a point where you are mentally strong enough to even attempt the forgiving part, then you can start that journey. But the first thing is to help you to feel safe, at peace, and of worth. If you are self-aware enough to work on this by yourself, then do so. But it is often better to work with someone, a friend, a spouse, or another family member. And nearly always, I would also recommend working with a therapist. Just think of it as going to college to learn more about how your mind functions and to learn skills that will help you to build you up from the inside. Don't force yourself into forgiving abusers. Don't guilt yourself into forgiving narcissistic behavior. Yes, the end goal is to forgive, but your first few steps are all about you finding peace first. This usually comes as we acknowledge their behavior is unacceptable. We realize we didn't deserve it and we are not to blame, and that they are the one with the issue and not you. So my short answer to how can I forgive my narcissistic, abusive family member? You don't. Not right away. Eventually, yes, but only once you have taken care of you first. Otherwise, you can allow them into your heart again too soon, to hurt you again, before you are even strong enough to recover from the first trauma, thus hurting you even more and deepening your trauma. Let go of the guilt that you need to forgive because they are your mother, or they are your sister, or they are your whatever, or I have to forgive because Jesus tells us to forgive. Whatever the reason, let go of the guilt. Forgiveness comes once you are on the road to being healed. And that is okay. From the religious perspective, I believe that God understands how hard it is and he sees how hurt you are. It's okay to say, God, right now I'm going to work on fixing me first. Then we can figure out together how to forgive this person. If repentance is not an event but a process, then forgiveness is likewise. And God knows the process. Trust the process. Find peace and strength first, then work on forgiveness, which is to let go of all resentment and bitterness.